Hi, good afternoon, YouTube. So the noise you hear in the background is my solar home heating system running. It's the end of May 2019 and I'm still running the heater. So the system consists of these two solar hot air panels. There's a couple of 12-volt fans up there that blow air into the panels. They go in one side, wrap around, and then there's a couple of ducts that bring the air down into the patio enclosure here, where I have an AC powered fan that pushes that hot air into the house, and then there's another 12-volt fan that pulls air out of the house in another room, so that circulates the hot air, goes through there, gets heated up, and then it goes in and out of the house. Like I say, it's the 30th of May, and I turned the heat on about the first day of fall last year, so that was around the 20th of September. So I've been running the heater for 8 months straight. It's been unusually cold this fall, winter, and spring, and I've never run the thing this long. I usually shut this off mid-March, maybe late March, so it's been running quite a bit longer. But since it's all powered by solar, the heat comes from the sun, the electricity to run the fans comes off these solar panels right there on my adjustable rack. So it doesn't cost anything to run, so I just leave it going. So yeah, my unofficial goal is to keep the house above 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is maybe, 15 Celsius. And this particular heating season, I had one day in December that I didn't hit 60. There were 2 days in January. I think they were separate days. And then in February, there was a stretch of 3 days and then 4 days that I didn't make 60 Fahrenheit. Now, I could have gone and started a fire in the fireplace to get the house up to temperature, but I was too lazy to do that. There was about 30 days where I had the AC air handler plugged into grid power, so I didn't want to drain my lithium battery bank too far running the heater if it was really cloudy. So in the cloudy weather, I can still get heat out of the panels, but sometimes there's not quite enough power to run the fans. So like I say, there was probably 30 days, so maybe 30 kilowatt hours of electricity came from the grid. So my cost for running the heat this year was probably $3 to $4 US. Not too bad. They are getting a little bit dirty. I cleaned them back in November, and then they tend to get dirty by the end of the heating season, but normally I don't run them this late. One problem is the heat panels are set up for a winter exposure. They become less efficient this late in the season because they aren't adjustable. Since they're normally designed to be used in the dead of winter, I have them angled for winter sun. But yeah, the solar heat has worked quite well this winter. Very extended heating season. So this is about 8.5 months almost that I've been running it. So I think I had 3 days late April or early May where we had some unusually warm weather and I had the system shut off, but then right away turned it back on for the rest of May. And I think finally in June we're getting back to normal temperatures, so I can leave the system off. I guess that's one advantage of having solar heat, is if you have to run it for an extended period of time, it doesn't cost anything, so I just leave it running, and I'll probably shut it off this afternoon. So that's what I've been doing most of the month, is I'll turn it on in the morning to bring the house up to temperature, and then once the outside temperature gets up to a comfortable range, then I'll turn off the heater. Another heating season on solar heat, and yeah, my total cost was probably $3 to $4 for the power. Trying to be a little conservative on the battery bank and not run it for that stretch of time. So I'll put some of the links to the other setup videos on the solar heat system over here on the left side. And if you have any questions about the system, post up in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks for watching.